What would happen to your body if you completely eliminated sugar from your diet for a span of 2 weeks? Let's explore this scenario. Firstly, your sugar cravings will diminish significantly. Why does this occur? Well, every time you consume sugar, a hormone enters the scene and lowers your blood sugar levels, resulting in a state of low blood sugar, which is known as hypoglycemia. This, to some extent, triggers a desire for more sugar. So, when you eliminate sugar from your diet, you also eliminate the cravings for it. Secondly, your hunger levels will decrease noticeably. It might be hard to grasp until you experience it, but I can assure you that sugar is a key factor in keeping you hungry all the time. When you eliminate sugar, your hunger subsides significantly. Why does this happen? Well, it's because by cutting out sugar, you stabilize your blood sugar levels. This stability allows your cells to receive the nourishment they need. When you primarily rely on sugar for energy, which is detrimental to the body, your body starts to reject it. This rejection is known as insulin resistance. Insulin, which controls sugar levels, is essentially blocked by your body. The body's primary aim is to limit the sugar entering your cells because it doesn't view it as a positive thing. In fact, it sees it as detrimental. When you give up sugar, there's a chance that this situation can reverse. Not only will you be able to absorb the right amount of fuel, but you'll also absorb nutrients more effectively. Insulin resistance tends to impede the absorption of essential nutrients, minerals, and vitamins, which is one of insulin's vital functions. Now on to the third point. You'll experience reduced fatigue, especially after your meals. When you consume sugar regularly, it's common to feel tired after eating. This fatigue is closely related to blood sugar levels. However, when you abstain from sugar, you'll notice that you no longer experience that post-meal tiredness. This change signifies that your blood sugar is now stable, which prevents the brain from becoming fatigued. Instead of having your brain affected by the spikes in sugar, it remains alert and active due to the steadier, normal sugar levels. Moving on to the fourth point, you'll shed excess water and fat. During the initial week, you'll lose a substantial amount of water and a bit of fat, but as you progress, the fat loss will become more pronounced. It may surprise you to realize how much water your body was retaining. In the first week, some individuals can shed around 13 pounds of fluid, and holding on to that much fluid may not be the healthiest for your heart. You'll notice your clothing becoming more comfortable, particularly around the midsection. Your waistline is a reliable indicator of excessive sugar consumption. When you cut down on sugar, your stomach size diminishes. Conversely, if you consume sugar, your stomach tends to expand. Now, let's consider the fifth point, improved mood. If you used to be irritable or grouchy, you'll find yourself feeling much calmer, less stressed, and generally more pleasant to be around. This is a positive change. Additionally, your cognitive function will see enhancements. You'll experience greater focus, increased concentration, and a reduction in attention issues. This means you'll find it easier to stay on task and be more productive in your projects. Moving on to the sixth point, your skin will noticeably improve. You'll have fewer issues with acne, and your skin will take on a healthier, glowing appearance. This transformation is a direct result of how sugar affects your body. When you consume sugar, your insulin levels rise, and for females, the hormone androgens also increase, leading to the development of acne. In male bodies, increased insulin can actually reduce testosterone levels, which may lead to other issues associated with low testosterone. Now, let's discuss the seventh point, experiencing less stiffness, reduced inflammation, and diminished pain. The key shift here is that we're transitioning your primary fuel source from sugar to fat. This transition typically takes about 3 days, during which you might encounter some worsening of symptoms. However, enduring these mild discomforts for 3 days is manageable for anyone. If you incorporate B vitamins from nutritional yeast and some potassium, you may even avoid these symptoms altogether, making the process relatively easy. At a cellular level, Your body is essentially constructing new enzymes to operate on fat fuel. Picture it like your body's little machines changing their power source. This transformation occurs over the course of these 2 weeks. What you're achieving by reducing sugar intake is a decrease in inflammation within your arteries. This has long-term benefits as it helps prevent the formation of clots and plaque, reducing the risk of stroke and heart attacks. Furthermore, you'll notice an increase in the production of brain cells. This happens because as you cut down on sugar, your body starts relying on an alternate fuel source called ketones. Ketones actively support the growth of nerve cells in your brain. Moving on to the next point, your liver. You'll begin to shed some of the fat that has built up in your liver, and your body will utilize this fat as an energy source. This process contributes to cleansing your liver so that it is no longer laden with excess fat. As a side note, if you have a protruding belly, there's a good chance that you also have a fatty liver. By following this regimen, you'll effectively reduce the fat content within your liver. Finally, let's consider kidney function. In individuals with diabetes, the kidneys are often susceptible to problems. However, when you reduce sugar intake and cut back on carbs, you can significantly enhance kidney function.